copy. Burning, no Molly, the real ones around the house. Superpowers, I got powers. It's about 7:51 and I've already turned off all the lights to my house except for the one in my bedroom. My kitchen is closed. Everything is tidied, put away. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to come upstairs, get in my bed, relax, find something to watch on TV. I'm going to read the last couple of chapters of my book. And by the way, the book is called Black Women Will Save the World. It's an anthem by April Ryan. I think I mentioned her name in a few other videos that I posted probably a few weeks back. And April Ryan, she's a White House correspondent for CNN and I believe MSNBC. So, but anyway, she has this really, really good book. So I'm gonna finish up the last couple of chapters, and I'm gonna find something on the telly. But y'all, I was just doing a little inventory in my pantry, and so I came across my loaf of bread, and so I only have like about 3 or 4 slices. So I said, you know what? Let me just put this loaf of bread down on my list, so when I go to the store tomorrow, I won't forget. And so like I normally do, I normally throw the ends of the bread away because, I've already used all the other slices. So I started thinking to myself, okay, you know, why do you throw away the ends of bread? And I know many, many of us do, and I've done it for years, okay? And I started thinking to myself, the ends of the bread are the most important part to this loaf, right? Because they preserve the bread from going stale, right? Keeps the bread soft. So that's why, I normally keep the ends of the bread until I've pretty much completed the entire loaf. And so as I begin to think about, why, I throw away the ends of the bread, why I save them for last and then discard them, why don't I throw away the ends of the bread first? Because I'm not going to use it anyway. I start thinking to myself, okay, so Cynthia, here is a lesson. Here's a lesson for you. And the lesson for me is, I started looking at, situations in my life, like just, regular day-to-day things like, um, sometimes what I'll do is, and this is one of the things that I just do, and I don't know why. I don't know why. And maybe this loaf of bread is going to help me, but I don't like owing anybody anything. And what I mean by that is I don't like knowing that I have something to do or that someone has called or text or emailed me and said, hey, can you do this? Can you go here? Can you come over here? Can you help me? Can you, even on my job, someone may reach out to me and say, hey, Cynthia, can you send me this document? Can you find this? Can you send me? I just hate like having, you know, things that I know I have to do. And don't get me wrong, let me correct myself. I don't mind helping at all. Matter of fact, that's one of my gifts. I love to make sure. I love it when, I can bring some sense of, satisfaction or some help, or some way that I've served somebody. That gives me total satisfaction. I love to do that. I love to see when people are happy, right? I love it when people are having a good time because of something that I've done or said, no matter how small, big, or whatever. The thing is that it is like, um, and it could be the smallest thing. It's like I will stop doing what I'm doing. I mean, I will stop no matter what it is. I may stop, like if I'm doing my hair, if I have an errand to run, um, if I am in the middle of something, I will stop in my tracks to make sure that whatever's being asked of me, if there's a request, if somebody needs a listening ear, um, I make sure that whatever that is, I will stop doing whatever I'm doing to help that individual. And it's like when someone asks me of something, or if someone asks me for something, and it could be something very minor. I mean, it could be like, Cynthia, can you send me over the recipe? Or Cynthia, what do you think about this? Or, um, they may ask me something like, can you shoot me that email? No, nothing urgent. You can send it to me tomorrow, just whenever you get around to it. You know, for me, it feels like, no, I have to do it right away, because it becomes like it's attached to me, and I just don't like owing anybody anything. And so, like I said, no matter how minute, it doesn't even have to be urgent. And the individual could tell me, oh, you can send it to me next week. I don't need it. I can't. I have to send it to them right away when they ask. Because I feel like if I don't get it, or send it, or do it, or whatever that is right away, I feel like I can't concentrate on the things that I have to do for myself. I feel like, no, Cynthia, you need to take care of the need over here or over there first before you finish doing what you're doing for yourself. I.e., I could be doing my hair, right? Um, I could be maybe painting my toenails. Um, I could be washing dishes. I could be folding clothes. For me, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this individual, whatever that need is. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that first, and then I'll go back to, washing clothes, doing my hair, whatever the case is. And so that's just how I am. I just feel like I have to stop right then and there and take care of it right then and there, even if it's not even urgent. And so I liken that to a loaf of bread, because you know how we'll skip to, like, say, maybe the third or fourth slice in the loaf. So, why come we don't take the second or third slice? Why don't we take the next slice after the end of the bread, right? And that's what we do. I kind of liken that to myself. I'll skip to the middle, to the third, fourth slice, or sometimes to the middle of the bread, and discard the first six or seven slices. And I look at those slices like I discard those things that are near and dear to my heart, right? And so what I'll do is I'll try to, make sure the needs of others, are met. And so what I'll do is I'll go to the middle, the softest part, the best part of me, the best part of me, I will give sometimes to other people's needs, even when they're not urgent. And so I said, okay, so you skip to the middle, to the softest part, like, say, of the bread. I skip to the middle, the softest part of myself, and I neglect, the first six or seven slices of that loaf of bread. I neglect the very best of me to give to someone else. And then I give myself the end of what I have left over, i.e., the ends of the bread. I give myself what I have left over, right? Okay, so by the time it's, the end of the day, by the time I've met the needs of everybody else and I give myself the ends, then I don't give myself the very best. I end up discarding, and I've given the best to everything else, everybody else's situation, or whatever the case may be. And so I said all that to say I am getting better with that, right? I'm getting better with that. I'm learning that, okay, no, Cynthia, it's okay. I don't have to be Johnny on the spot right away. I can finish doing what I'm doing. I can finish, doing my hair, i.e., folding my clothes. I could finish doing that first. I don't have to stop and neglect, the needs of myself. Okay. I don't have to stop and put my needs on the back burner to see about someone else's needs. It's okay. And I know, people appreciate it, they're grateful and they're thankful. And I'm glad. I mean, I feel so accomplished, when I can do those things, when it's like, okay, you know what? I've handled everybody else. I've done this, I've done that. And so now all the rest of this time is for me. I like that. But I decided, you know what? It's okay. Go ahead and finish up what you're doing for yourself. And then you can be your best person for the individual. But you don't have to always give your best time and energy, to something else that's non urgent just because you feel like, oh, I got to handle it right now. You know, I don't have to handle it right now. I can wait. Okay. I could take care of the needs of myself first. And I feel like, you know what? That the loaf of bread, it was a good analogy for me when I started thinking about how I throw out the ends of the bread, the most important part, because they keep the whole entire loaf, from going stale, and it keeps it fresh. And so, two pieces of bread keeps the whole loaf intact. So I'm thinking, okay, Cynthia, you yourself and I, you know, keeping yourself together, keeping your, mindset free, keeping your heart, humble and soft and pliable, keeping yourself fresh, your ideals, keeping, yourself together to preserve the whole. Because if I don't keep myself together to preserve the whole, I'm not going to be any good to anybody else. I'm just not going to be good to anybody else. So I can't run myself ragged, right? And then when it comes to my needs, you know, I don't give the very, very best, okay? And so now, don't get me wrong. I always, one of my things is to my fault, I am very anal about certain things, as it relates to my life. Very, very anal about certain things. Like certain things have to be in order. I have to have discipline in certain, I have to have, organization. I have to have step one, two, three, four, in certain areas of my life. But then there's certain areas of my life where, okay, Cynthia, you need to shore that up. It's okay. I love helping people, love making things easier for people, love being able to, have an answer or help resolve a problem. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But at the same time, I have to get to the point where I'm not always Johnny on the spot and always, trying to help someone else, and then neglect um, those the areas of my life that are important to me, so much so where I'm not giving the very best, of myself because I've discarded what I have left over. Now, the end of the bread has many, many good uses. Like I said, I talked about it keeps the bread from going stale and it keeps the bread soft. Not only that, the ends of the bread can be turned into breadcrumbs for your dressing. You can bake them, toast them for croutons to go on your salad. And the ends of the bread packs a lot of antioxidant as well as fiber. So, the ends of the bread are definitely beneficial in many, many ways. And so I said that to say, you know, when you're talking about your own life, when I talk about myself, me included, is that don't give away, don't give away your best energy, your best time. Don't give away, the best of yourself for a cause that's not even urgent, you know? Consider keeping the bread, consider keeping the ends of the bread and utilizing them to the fullest. Same way, consider keeping your peace, keeping your sanity, keeping your energy, keeping your space clear, keeping the best times of yourself intact. Okay, so now that we know that a loaf of bread, the ends of the bread come jam packed with benefits, I hope that the next time you are almost finished with your loaf of bread, that you do not throw away the ends, that you don't give away the ends of the bread to the trash. And just like you would consider holding on to the ends of the bread, that you will also consider not giving up the best part of yourself, the best part of your energy, your time, your space, your goodness to a cause or to an event or to a people, especially when it's not urgent. Okay, so we all know the song by Anita Baker that says, "Giving you the best that I got." And it's nothing wrong with giving the best of yourself to a people, to solve a problem, to an event, as long as it's not at the expense of neglecting yourself. So I hope the next time you finish your loaf of bread that you would consider holding on to the ends. And I hope, more importantly, that you would use the analogy of a loaf of bread to mirror it to your own life. And remember to not discard the best part. Don't discard the best part, which is you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Yes, you. And so, anyway, I don't know why I got on that little bread, that loaf of bread, little rant, but it was just like, why you throw away the ends of the bread? You know, why you throw them away? Because they're the most important part. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm the most important part. And so I need to stop, giving my best time, the time where I'm the most alert, over to something that's not urgent, that can wait. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share that, y'all. Thank you for, indulging me, and thank you for tuning into my channel. This is Cynthia with Girlaxin coming to you with another video where we celebrate the commitment, the loyalty, and the support of the sisterhood. And so, if this is your first time watching my video, if you please don't mind helping me grow my channel by subscribing and clicking on the notification bell so that you are aware when I upload new videos. Sometimes I just get on here and just chit chat it up. That's my thing. And so I felt like, the little bread analogy would help someone, kind of, look over their, situation and see, if you're doing what I'm doing, don't burn yourself out trying to meet the need and want and desire of everybody else. And then you neglect yourself, you get the leftovers, you throw the ends, of what you have left over away when they're the very best part, the very the very best part, just like the loaves of bread, very best part. So anyway, stay tuned until my next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. No copy, burn it, no Molly, no real